In this video, we'll be taking apart the Nothing Phone 3A. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Also, if you need any tools, there are links in the description. To start off, we'll remove the SIM tray. Taking a look at the SIM tray, we can see a black rubber gasket around the opening. Now heat needs to be applied to the back cover or backplate using either a hairdryer or a heat gun to loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then a pry tool can be used to pry the backplate off. I prefer to use a hairdryer since there's less of a chance of damaging any of the components inside by overheating them. Here's a better look at the back glass cover or backplate. If you need to replace the camera lens covers, those can be replaced by applying heat and prying them off, so you don't have to take apart the phone to replace that. However, if you are planning on replacing the camera bezel, there are two Phillips screws underneath this copper contact, which would also have to be removed in order to release the camera bezel. Now this cover needs to be removed. Here's a look at that cover. This sticker around the camera assembly also needs to be peeled off. At this point, there are 9 T5 or Torx 5 screws, as well as 9 Phillips screws which need to be removed. Once those have been removed, there is still a hidden screw underneath this sticker. Looking at the top plastic cover or motherboard cover, we can see the glyph LED lights, the spotlight on the back, as well as the NFC antenna. And looking at the back, we see graphite film top transfer heat. The battery cable can now be disconnected, followed by the rest of the cables. The coaxial cables on the bottom right side of the board can be disconnected by just popping them off. There are 2 Phillips screws which are holding down the main board. Looking at the main board, we see the 50 megapixel primary camera, the 8 megapixel ultra wide, as well as the 50 megapixel telephoto lens. The main camera is the only camera with OIS or optical image stabilization. The camera connectors can be disconnected by just popping them off. There's a secondary microphone on the top corner, some copper tape and graphite film top transfer heat, a liquid damage indicator sticker which is that white sticker, as well as rubber gaskets around the connectors. The rubber gaskets help to keep any water or moisture, as well as any debris from getting around the connectors. The proximity and ambient light sensor are located on the other side, and we can also see the 32 megapixel front facing camera. There's also copper tape on the back shields as well as thermal paste to help transfer heat. Once the copper film has been peeled back, we see additional thermal paste on top of the RAM and processor. Here's a better look with the thermal paste removed. In order to remove the battery, there is a pull pouch provided to help you pry it off. It's clearly labeled number 1 and followed by number 2 for the pull tab to pull it out. This is the 5000 mAh battery. Once the battery adhesive pouch has been peeled back, we see this flex cable which connects the main board to the subboard, as well as the flex cable for the screen which is routed to an opening in the midframe. So if you needed to replace the screen, you'd have to remove the back plate, the screws on the top cover and the cover itself. Then you disconnect the battery cable and the screen cable, pry the battery off, giving access to the screen cable, at which point you'd heat up the front of the phone where the screen is to loosen up the adhesive underneath, pry the old screen off, apply new adhesive, and reapply the new screen, making sure you run the flex cable back to the opening in the midframe, and reassemble the phone. Once the flex cables have been peeled back, we have a better look at the copper vapor chamber which runs underneath the battery, as well as the motherboard. And there is a cutout over here in the frame, which helps make more of a direct contact with the vapor chamber and the back of the motherboard where the processor is, to help transfer heat more quickly. As far as the vapor chamber goes, there is a significant increase in size compared to the Nothing 2A. There's a single Phillips screw which is holding down the subboard. Looking at the subboard, we see a red rubber gasket around the charger port, the primary microphones located here, and there are rubber gaskets around the connectors. The SIM reader is located on the other side. Looking at the speaker assembly, we can see additional graphite film to help transfer heat, and a mesh filter over the speaker opening. The haptic feedback or vibrator motor is located here, which is held down with some adhesive, and the same goes for the fingerprint scanner located next to that. If you need to replace either of those, just apply some heat and gently pry them off. There is also a rubber gasket and mesh filter against the speaker opening on the frame. Now when it comes to this phone, if you were to accidentally insert a SIM ejector tool in the wrong hole, you don't need to worry since both the filters and the microphones are seated above the holes, so they wouldn't get damaged. This flex cable is for the power button and essential key, and this one is for the volume keys. To replace either of those, you'd have to pull out the plastic brackets which are in the slits in the frame, and gently peel off the flex cables from the frame and pull them out. And finally, the earpiece speaker is located on top, which is also held down with some adhesive. In order to replace that, just apply some heat and pry it off. For the repairability score on this phone, I give it a 4.5 out of 10. The reason I give it a 0.5 less than on the 2A is because the screen cable is now routed underneath the battery and requires you to actually pry the battery off as well in order to replace the screen. On the 2A, the screen connector was located on the bottom corner of the phone, which allowed you to disconnect it without having to pry off the battery. Now it's time to put the phone back together. Once everything's back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply the back cover. Flip over the phone, power it on, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.